episode. This is Jumpstart Monday. It's our 50th episode and the final one of 2021. It's a retrospective on the year that has passed. We will ask people to share their joys, their challenges, and the lessons learned. We will have people coming online live to share their lessons. Sophia and myself will share our lessons as well. And there is lots of prizes to be won. The first prize, for you to know, we're going to have 3 tickets for the Customer Experience Summit. This is a summit that will be broadcasted live from Athens, Greece, with a lot of speakers, global names on customer experience. So if you want to take your company's customer experience to the next level, this is a topic I suggest that you jump on it. It's going to be on the 27th of January, 2022. The tickets now retail at over 100 euros, and we're giving away 3 tickets. How do you get a chance to win those tickets? You just come on live, and then we will have a draw from the people who have come on live. We're going to be giving away 3 tickets. You also get a chance to win one of my proverbs in coaster forms. So people who send in their lessons, who don't want to come live, but they want to send in their lessons, which we're going to be reading out loud, get a chance to win 2 coasters. So this is it. I'm going to start bringing people on. I'm just going to say that we're broadcasting live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And please feel free to share this episode so we get more people up in the air. And note that this is going to run a bit longer than all our previous ones. So Sophia, can you please get the first person up on the screen so we start sharing? George, are you here? I cannot hear you, or can you turn on your voice? Excellent. So George, introduce yourself so our fans and friends know about you, and tell us which was the biggest lesson, challenge, or joy within 2021, please.
So I'm George. I am a project manager in IT industry for a lot of years. And yes, this year actually my main challenge or lesson learned that I had is to decide actually to do a change in my life and move from a company that was secure, where I was for last 13 years maybe, and decide to take new opportunities and new challenges. It's not an easy, but I have learned that you need to be flexible and you need to try in order to be able to embrace the change. This is the thing. More you try, more you see, more adaptable you are to the changes that are coming. And in these days, there are a lot of changes from everywhere. A lot of changes. Everything is growing fast, moving fast, changing fast. So you need to be, adjustable as well. So this was my, main goal, or was my main goal for this year, to try something different and to try to come out from my comfort zone.
Excellent. So I would like to commend you and congratulate you for moving out of your comfort zone and for daring to change. And life is all about changes. This is some of the lessons we will be sharing with Sophia, especially in my case. There were lots of changes, and I congratulate you, George. Thank you very much, because you haven't only done it for yourself, but you have given courage to each and every person who's listening in to get out of their comfort zone, because that's where things are happening. So thank you very much, George. I would like to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And
thank you, Mike. Same to you.
Pleasure. And just note that you have gone into our draw to win the Customer Experience Summit, which will probably help you even more in your career. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Pleasure. Sophia, shall we bring on our next guest? Oh, Aristos, how are you doing?
Hello, Michael. I'm good. I'm doing well. Thank you. How are you?
It shows. And I like how vibrant you are, enthusiastic. So Aristos, please introduce yourself and let us know the lessons for the lesson for 2021.
Of course. First of all, I'd like to know that I'm living in Dubai. So I'm working with the Maldiban Group as a business development manager. I would like to mention to everybody that I know Michael for more than 10 years. when I was working with Hellenic Bank. He used to come every year to our sessions, annual meetings, and he was giving motivational speeches. So I was really impressed. And finally, I have the chance to speak with him and see him in person. And one of the most important things that I think many people learned this year is, you know what, that's something that you said is, in every disaster, there is an opportunity. And I remember exactly your words, Michael, that you also mentioned a story about two different guys, okay? So they were traveling to work on a Monday morning. They were going to their work, okay? So on the bridge, there was a car accident. There was a big fire. So they stopped the car there, and there was a journalist. So he goes and he was like taking interviews, and he goes to one car, and the person was angry, was swearing, what is this? Why so delay? He was pissed off. He was saying bad things to everybody, full of stress, full of anxiety, screaming and shouting, throwing things, very annoying. And then the same man said, okay, relax. And then the same journalist went to another person. So the other person, okay, I mean, this is life, right? I mean, this is something that we cannot control. So I need to wait. Okay, I'm going to try to listen to some nice music, relax, try to
have my coffee, my Starbucks coffee.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So the Starbucks coffee. So I'm trying to relax, maybe listen to some motivational video, to some relaxing music, and it will pass, right? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 hours is not the end of the world, right? I mean, you have 364 days to do that. So the same applies to me today, Michael, because I tested positive with COVID on Friday, okay? So instead of panicking and everything, because I already make the vaccine, okay? And yes. Dubai is one of the safest country. We have 97% of the whole population are vaccinated here. So instead of complaining and everything, I'm here home, participate with meetings, calling my clients, working from home, and it's fine. I mean, it's okay. So life continues. You need to adapt. That's the important thing. And I always remember your word. I was applying this because I used to be a professional athlete. Yes. So guys, in every disaster, there is an opportunity. COVID, not COVID, another variant, it doesn't matter. It's all about you guys. You need to you fight for your dreams, for your goals. Keep it, guys, and I'm sure Michael is the guy that it kind of helps you achieve your goals 100%.
Aristos, you already motivated myself, to be honest, and I'll tell you something. Even if you don't win the Customer Experience Summit, I promise you, this is coming your way in Dubai. I'm going to be mailing it. I'm going to be waiting, because there will always be great days and great days. So this one, together with another coaster, so you can have it with a friend once you're COVID-free, is coming your way, even if you're not a winner for the Customer Experience Show. And
I really appreciate that, Michael.
Honestly,
I really appreciate that.
I love your vibe. I love your vibe.
And I would like to have another conversation if you have some time.
More than happy, and I'm going to be coming most probably to Dubai this year, so we can meet up and have lunch.
We can meet. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, of course. We can go to desert safari, do some activities.
Let's do it.
Yeah, business and pleasure. Let's combine both.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you for coming up. Thank you.
You're welcome, Michael.
Much.
Nice to see you guys. All the best.
Bye-bye. Sophia, next call. Thank you. Bye, Aristosmo. Bye. Antonis Ladouros, the president of the European Aggregates Association. It's a pleasure and an honor that you find time for us in your busy schedule to be here.
Hi, Michael. How are you? Good morning.
I'm doing great. Antonis. How about yourself? You're not flying today, yeah? You're always on a plane, flying somewhere.
Now it's Christmas time. Yes, we have to stay a little bit home to see the family. And then from January starting again. And yes, this was a challenge during this period of time, because I was recently elected as the president of the European Association for Aggregates. And I was traveling a lot, almost every week. I had to fly with these COVID situations, but okay, it worked nice, no problem.
How many members, Antonis? How many members in the European Aggregates?
The European Aggregates Association, but when we say aggregates, maybe some people don't know what we mean. Aggregates is a sand, gravel, crushed stone, is a products we use in order to build everything around us. And these products come from quarries. And coming back to the association, the European Association, it has members all the European countries, and not only. We have members also Israel, Turkey, Ukraine. Under our umbrella, we have around 26,000 quarries. Wow. Cyprus has only 24. We are less than 1/1,000. And yes, our colleagues from Europe, they trusted us this position.
Congratulations.
Which is a very big honor for Cyprus. It's a very big honor for the aggregates industry of Cyprus, of our Cyprus Aggregates Producer Association. And yes, it's also a very big honor for myself. Now coming to the challenge I faced this year, okay, the first challenge is my election, of course, this very high level position of this huge association. And if we speak about in terms of money, the turnover of our members is touching the 13 billion. So it's double the GDP of Cyprus.
Unbelievable.
So I would say proactiveness is the challenge that I faced. And let me share a recent experience where I had as president of UEPG, of the European Aggregates Association, where my first speech, which was early September, it was in front of an audience which was consisting mainly of environmentalists.
The other side.
Yes, because we the aggregates people, we the quarry people are considered to be, let's say, the bad guys. But yes, of course, this is not the case. So it was the IUCN World Congress. IUCN World Congress is a congress that is taking place every 4 years, and this is the biggest environmental congress. And this year was in Marseille. We're talking about people coming from 180 nations, 10,000 visitors, all about environment. And we were invited there, and I went as president of UPG. And I participated in a session where the subject was sand scarcity and infrastructure and nature coalition. And we went there, we presented our case, we presented how we run our operations responsibly and sustainably. And we explained to them and we showed to them how we care about biodiversity and how biodiversity increases in existing quarries, active quarries, as well as in the rehabilitated ones. And after we covered all these aspects, big environmental organizations like UNEP, for example, which is the United Nations Environmental Program, and the WWF, the World Wildlife Fund, which participated in our session, they got up, they took the podium, and they stated very clearly that the European Aggregates Association not only is not a threat to the environment, they just said that they are part of the solution. And because, it was an international congress, they said that the European aggregates industry is a very good example to be followed worldwide at the other continents. So this is what I said at the beginning, proactiveness. So we went in the Dragon's Den, proactively, we presented our case, we explained how responsible and sustainable we are, and we convinced everybody that we are producing essential products. We cannot live without aggregates. If there are no aggregates, there would be literally nothing around us. So we give to humanity this essential product, but we do it responsibly and sustainably.
So proactiveness.
Yes, proactiveness to convert a threat to an opportunity.
Excellent.
To bring these international NGOs to our side.
Okay, so you went into the Dragon's Den, and you managed to convince people by bringing logical arguments that you are on their side, you are on the side of humanity. So the lesson for all of us, Andonis, I picked up here is to dare face our challenges, even if they seem insurmountable, and go for it through proactiveness. So Andonis, thank you very, very much for taking the time. I know how busy you are. Thank you very much for taking the time. I appreciate it. And you're going into the draw for the Customer Experience Summit. If you win, it's going to be worth it, because I know that you have a huge company with over 150 people, and customer experience is a must. Thank you, Andonis. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning. Sophia, let's go to our next guest, please. Valia from Greece.
Good morning. How are you, Michael?
Valia,
nice to see you. Nice to hear your lessons. I'm a big fan, you know already. And I would like to share with you that you've been a mentor for me for the last 8 years at least, as far as I remember. You have a huge community of fans. And I would like to share with you that I had more or less a similar experience with your first guest today. I had a significant business change in my career recently. I had to face big challenges because of the diversities, because of the crisis, because of the pandemic. But what I kept in mind was something that you shared with me in your book, Crisis Needs Crisis. So that was a challenge, and that was an opportunity at the same time, because I had to fight with myself. I have to find the strength and go on. And at the end of the day, I am stronger than I was in the past.
Amazing. And I have to say that knowing you and knowing that you are also a mother of a young child, and most of the time you are a single mother of a young child, I appreciate very much what you are doing. And you were one of the first people who gave me a chance in Athens through Bayer Crop Science, if I remember well, many years ago. And I thank you for that. And thank you also for following my work. And go out of your comfort zone and things start happening. And I'm so happy for you, Valia. Thank you for being so succinct and getting to your point. And lovely to see you. And let's get in touch. Once I'm in Athens, I will be more than happy to see you.
Merry Christmas to all of you.
Merry Christmas and to your family. Bye-bye. Let's go to our next guest, Sophia, please. The one and only Talis Panagidis. How are you doing, Talis?
Hello, brother. Hi, Michael. Thanks for inviting me. Great show.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for coming, Talis. And if there is a person that can share lots of lessons, personal and professional, I bet it's you. So we're more than eager to hear about your lessons, challenges, or whatever.
Thank you, Michael. Well, for those who don't know me, I've been running a swimwear online business for almost 20 years now, Michael. So being present online for me is, as they say in Greek, the alpha and omega, so it's mental. And so I suppose 2021 gave me the opportunity to think more deeply about how I can be even more visible online, because that is the only way people, consumers, find out about the bikinis I sell online. So if you're not on the first or second page, for example, of Google, you are invisible. And so you can have the best product in the world. You can be the most amazing person. But if people type in search and cannot find what you offer, then forget it. So I began rethinking how I can be more better positioned on Google, thinking about what the keywords people were searching for. And I began playing around with different words, Michael, that I never used before in the past.
For example?
Yeah, well, for example, in the past, it would be for swimwear manufacturer, swimsuit producer, supplier. And I was well positioned for these keywords. But what made the what improved my Google ranking even more is when I began writing articles regarding sustainable fabrics, biodegradable fabrics, ethical swimwear manufacturer, mostly women working, a family business. So these keywords made a huge difference in the online ranking of my website, from third or fourth page position to being on the first and second page of Google now. So my advice, my lesson to all of you is rethink some of the keywords in your business and share that online, writing articles and so forth, and that will make a huge difference in your business.
Talis, where did you publish the articles? On Medium, on Google?
On Medium and on the website, directly on the website. Yeah.
Excellent. I think after Sophia and myself, we do an edit on this video, these 30 seconds, we will surely cut them out. I mean, you've given us some golden advice, because I was thinking to myself as you were talking, how else did he go about getting Brazilian bikinis up into first and second page? And I couldn't think of ethical and biodegradable and the rest. So we have to look at our product or service from different angles and try to be more conscious of the environment, and not only of thinking only about the product and the benefits and the features. But we have to go deeper than that. Three-dimensional thinking, even on Google AdWords. Thank you, Talis. Thank you very, very much for being so succinct and to the point, and for adding so much value. Thanks a lot. Sophia, next guest, please. Nick.
Hey, good morning to everyone. Hi, Mike.
How you doing? After our face-to-face coffee, now we're having a conversation here.
Of course. It's good to be here. Thank you very much.
Please introduce. It's a pleasure. Please introduce yourself and let people know your lessons.
Yeah.
Your lesson for 2021.
So my name is Nick. I live in Nicosia. I'm an international business development manager for Middle East and Asia. And what I do is we sell document presentation and photo solutions. So it's a pretty challenging year. I mean, even from 2020 was a challenging year for us. So 2020 was the challenging year for me. But the 2021, there was lessons to be learned because the challenges, of course, you go through them. You have to learn to adapt, to be flexible and all that. But 2021 lessons were to be learned. And one of the lessons I learned that everybody's going through something they're not talking about. So, and as Oscar Wilde said very well, just be yourself. Everybody else is taken, and this is the lesson, huh? So, yeah. But things are changing, so that's what we have to look forward to. Yeah.
So we change through the circumstances, but we should be ourselves, because everyone else is taken. Yes,
always.
Very true, very true. Yeah. And once we are challenged, once our freedoms are challenged, once we need to go with the flow, we might change a bit, but we shouldn't. We should stay ourselves, stay stuck to our values. And since you talked about values, this is a present coming your way if for any reason you don't win the Customer Experience Summit.
Oh, that's great. Thank you very much. Thanks, Mike.
Values don't fall, my friend.
No.
Values don't. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Sophia, we don't have someone else. Please come online and you can share your lessons. Good morning, Sophia. How are you doing?
Good morning, everyone. I'm doing great.
Excellent.
So my lesson for 2021, it was a year that was different than any other year I lived. And I think it was the same for many of us. We had many changes. We had to take many decisions. And the one thing that stayed with me the whole year is to stay true to my values and also try to work with people that have similar values with me. Because when we work with people who have similar values, like you and me, we have similar values. When things go tough, we find a way to align and to be amicable when it comes to deciding and when it comes to not only deciding, but going towards a direction. I don't know if it makes sense.
It surely makes sense. It surely makes sense. And I'm happy that the word values keeps coming up. Very important. So do we have any more lessons or anyone who has sent in something, Sophia, or shall I go with my lesson?
We don't have anyone live yet,
okay.
but let's share the lessons from the chat.
From the chat, okay. Share some lessons, Sophia, from the chat before I also share mine. Good morning, all. As George said, getting out of your comfort zone is difficult, but very liberating. The same applies to my yearly lesson. Excellent. Stephanie Pilavaki, you just went into the draw to win our coasters, 2 of our coasters. Thank you very, very much for sharing. Anybody else, Sophia? Or it's good morning from all over the world we're having now, I can see. Huh?
Yes, the rest of the messages are good morning.
Okay, so we had some amazing lessons that people have learned, and it's good to combine the wisdom of the masses, the wisdom of our friends and fans, so we become even better. And Sophia, if I share my lesson, is that this year I had a lot of balls juggling up in the air with the birth of my twins, with the business and everything. And the lesson that I've learned is the following, is that you need to devour whatever comes your way. You need to learn about technology. You need to invest the time, not to be comfortable. Because I was comfortable running a successful business, meeting one-on-one, coaching, mentoring, doing seminars, and all of a sudden a pandemic came. Tomorrow it might be something else, and I was out of my comfort zone. But because I invested the time together with yourself, learning about new software like Mural, like Restream we're broadcasting now, we managed to have the second best year in the whole of history of Michael Berardi, because we were up and running with technology. So the lesson that I've learned is, even if you're running a successful business, even if you're happy with what you're doing, even if the numbers are there, you should get out of your comfort zone, like our friends have said earlier, and learn about new technologies, new things that are coming up your way. And in terms of my personal life, is that twins came into our lives, and I think your family is your legacy. At least in my case, I feel that my family is my legacy. I know this year what sleep deprivation is all about, having twins in the family. And I'm so happy that I put in the hours together with my beloved wife, Christine, to raise our kids. They are 8 months old, they're healthy, they're happy, and it was worth each and every minute. And even though it made life difficult, my business life difficult, it doesn't matter. I'm so happy that I invested that time into my own legacy. So these are the lessons from my side. So anything else, Sophia, before we say goodbye to everyone?
Not from my side, no. We are very grateful to have you all here, and especially to those who had the courage to come live and those who had the courage to share their lessons. And for me, it was a great experience to be part of this series.
Thank you, Sophia. This is the last episode of 2021 for Jumpstart Monday. I want to wish each and every one of you to have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and health above all. Thank you very much. And thank you to everyone who came live and everyone who has sent in their messages or for attending. Thank you very much. Take good care.